What we got today is goat cheese date appetizers. Now believe me, they might look a little funky, but these are dates. And you want to get yourself about a bag full of these. Now within each and every date lies a little seed. So get you a knife and begin to give it a slit halfway through. Pull out your seed, spread the date apart, and set aside and continue the process throughout each and every date. Now within some of these, the seed will be a little harder to get out, but just like people, they're all different. Now once you've removed all the seeds from your dates, get you some goat cheese. Usually one small package will do. It comes about 6 ounces each. And you can either whip it, or you can just get a fork and do what I do and just mash it up. What you're really doing is just trying to make it an easier consistency to spread into each and every date. What you want to do now is get you a spoon and fill each date. Doesn't really matter about how much you put inside. Preferably, I like a lot, because it ain't easy being cheesy. These things are packed with flavor, and they may look a little different, but trust me, you bring these to a party, you won't have any left within the first 5 minutes. They're just delicious, and they're so unique to boot. I mean, trust me. Your next step is to get a lined baking sheet and evenly separate each date onto it, placing a walnut on top of each one. Now what we're going to do is get into the oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes to not only warm up that cheese and the date, but also to roast that walnut. Now when they're sitting there cooling, about a couple minutes in, get your honey and start to put on a little bit on each date. When they're still just a little warm, that honey will start to seep into all the nooks and crannies and really fill it up. Another option as well, a little bit of balsamic glaze. It'll add that right sweet profile to this. So I did half and half. Now it's time for plating. Best thing I say is get a little pesto, a little mashed up basil, whichever you have available. Set your dates down. Put a little balsamic glaze on the side as well. Now, what the balsamic glaze and pesto and or basil will do is just basically a dipping sauce. Take a bite, dip it in. It adds an unmatched flavor profile. It's bona fide. Subscribe, follow for more.